Welcome to, who knows what day it is today? I have no idea, but welcome to yoga this morning. If you're lying in bed, just get out of bed and join. And if you have a mat, you have maybe you have a block. If you do, if you don't, that's okay. You can maybe take something that you can use as a prop. Okay, so this is my first time doing a live yoga. And I haven't taught in a while either, so please be kind. I had a dream last night that I missed this class, and I was up all night stressing that I missed the class. It was in my dream that I was worried I slept in, so I did sleep a little bit in, more than I wanted. So yeah, welcome. Good morning. So this is a great opportunity to, in your own home, if you haven't been moving a lot lately, or even if you have been moving and finding your routine, this is just a great addition and a great way to start the day. So thank you for joining. Thank you. Welcome, Allison. Welcome, Bonnie. Welcome, Trevlin. Hey, Trev. Welcome, Joseph. I don't see any other names, but I know there's other people watching. So if you can come onto your mats or onto the carpet or whatever you have, we make do, right? So whatever you have right now, come down onto your knees and come into a comfortable seated. If it's uncomfortable for you on your knees, then just take a block or a pillow and you can bring your seat up a little so that you're more aligned. We're going to start this morning with just some breathing exercises. So you can close your eyes. Can you all hear me? Is there? Okay, good. Okay, good morning, Chris. Welcome. Hope you can all hear me. This is my first time doing a yoga class on live. So if anything, just write me a comment if you can't hear me or anything. So this is going to be a class for all levels. And everyone is welcome. And if there's anything that you find too hard or doesn't feel right for you, just, listen to your body, because I'm not there to see you and I'm not there to adjust you. So just really be mindful and do what feels right for you. But you can follow along as best to your ability. So good morning, Kat. Thank you. Welcome. Okay, so just everyone come into a seated position on your knees, or you can sit cross-legged if that's more comfortable for you. It's important that in yoga, we don't eat before, so it's good if you haven't eaten breakfast. I never recommend eating before yoga, so that's good. Okay, great. So sitting on your knees or on cross-legged, whatever's comfortable, bring your hands out in front of you. You can have your palms open if you'd like. You can close your eyes. We're just going to take some slow, deep inhales through the nose. And out of the nose, just to ground ourselves. Today we're going to be focusing on grounding as well as heart opening, because love is the opposite of fear, and so we're going to focus on really staying in love here. So inhaling through the nose And you can exhale through the nose or the mouth just to get a good rhythm for now. We're going to be taking it to just the nose in a minute. When you're breathing in through the nose, I want you to imagine that it's going in through the nostrils and through the back of the throat. So it's a restricted, longer inhale through the nose. Long, slow inhale, long, slow exhale. Try to make them the same length. Okay, we're going to take it to a count of 4. So next inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the bottom. 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. 2, 1. Inhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. I'm going to hold it there. Suck in a little bit more air if you can. And relax your shoulders down. Relax your face. I'm going to hold it, so restrict your stomach in. Your lungs are full. For another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And exhale with a sigh. Just let it out. We're going to do another big inhale. This time, inhale a little bit longer and fuller than the last. All the way until you can't take in any more air at the top of your lungs. We're going to really let that oxygen cleanse our inside our lungs. Holding it. And relax your face and relax your shoulders while you're holding in your chest and your stomach all that air. And slowly release. Okay, we're just going to maybe take our shoulders up with the next inhale. We're just going to do some invigorating inhaling with your shoulders now, just rolling them back. And all the way down as you exhale. Inhaling all the way up. And all the way down. You can do another one of those. And down. Good. We're just going to wake up our neck here. So again, with the rhythm of our breath, just let your head roll down And as you inhale, come up. So really just using your breath. Start to wake up and make space in your spine and in your neck, in your shoulders. So if you're just joining us, welcome. This is my first time doing a live yoga, so thank you. Start waking up your spine and your neck here. If you find a place that you really need that's tight, just let's let our head hang to one side. Let the weight of your head come over to one side. Just feel as you're breathing that you're creating more space. So for me right now, this is very stiff. So I'm just gonna hold it there. And you could even, if you want to have an extra stretch, tuck your fingers underneath your legs there. And you can use the weight of your hand. So don't pull your head, but just, you can let your hand get a good grip on your head, and just let the weight of your arm bring your head down to one side a little bit deeper. Be mindful, so don't go too far. You'll know. You always know what's best for you, so just feel if that feels good for you. Sometimes you need to bring your chin down a little to feel more. Maybe the pain is a little bit on one side, or opening your chin up and experience what that different sensation brings. All the time, breathing in calmly and slowly through the nose, just at your own regular pace. Sometimes you find a little bit more room as you go deeper. So this is a yin practice where we will be holding poses a little bit longer so that we hit our edge, and then we breathe into that edge to go even a little bit deeper than we think we can. All the time being mindful of our body. So this is a really gentle yoga, but allows us to go deeper. Okay, let go of your hand, let your head float up to center. And we're going to take it to the other side, so you can tuck your fingertips again on the opposite side and just let your head fall. Sometimes you don't get that sensation right away. Your body has to open up to it. So make sure your shoulder is down and try to bring your ear as close to the shoulder as possible there. Just breathing in through the nose, allowing more space to create in your shoulder and that space between your neck and your shoulder. You can take your hand if you just need a little bit extra space created. Just let the weight of your arm help guide your head closer. Should feel really good. You can bring your chin a little bit closer to your chest. See what that feels like there. Maybe there's a little space that you didn't feel before. You can bring your chin up. A little little bit, just slightly, and see what the differences bring. Okay, and release your hand. Just let your head float back up to center. Now we can just bring our head just down, bring it down to your chin. Bring your chin down to your chest. And just open up that back of the head. You could also use the weight of your hands in the back of your head to help open. So with a straight spine, I'm not rounding my spine, but bringing my head down is opening the space in the vertebrae. So all the way from the neck down to the sacrum. Try to feel your whole spine stretch. Stretching our spine out is the most important thing in the morning. Just waking it up, making sure that we're not stiff, that we're nimble, so that we can handle anything and be very agile. So try to see if you can find more space, bringing your chin closer to your chest. And imagine on the exhale that you're going a little bit closer each time. Keeping a really strong core, so you're not rounding down, just your chin to your chest. Feels really good for me. But I'm going to let my head float back up to center. Maybe if there's any, you want to just go left or right and left. Just getting your range of motion so that we can prepare ourselves for this morning's class. So we're going to come now onto all four. And we're going to do some cat-cows. So inhaling, I'm going to go this way so you see. So when we inhale, lift your head and your butt up. Exhale, going with your breath, round down. Inhaling. Arch your back all the way as much as you can, lifting your sit bones and your head to the ceiling. Exhaling, rounding all the way. Let your head go between your arms and really let the center of your back go as high to the ceiling as you can, sucking your stomach in. Inhaling. Go at your own pace for a few cat-cows. Each time, try to make your breath a little bit deeper than the last, and a little bit longer. Getting into a really good rhythm here. It's going to set your pace. We're going to do one more of those. Okay, good. Now it's normal if your hands are a little sore, your wrists are a little sore. So we're going to tuck your toes under your chin, tuck your toes under your feet. So we're sitting on our toes. You see your toes are tucked under. So tuck your toes under and come back to sit on your toes. You can bring your little baby pinky toes, tuck them in. Just make sure that everything is facing forward, all toes. This could be really uncomfortable for anyone who hasn't opened their feet up in a while. So just sit back with all your weight down. This isn't going to kill you. It will hurt. And in the meantime, let's stretch out our wrists just to take our mind off of if it is painful for you. It's a good pain. Just breathe into it. Okay. And we're going to take that into our first downward dog of the day. So if you're just joining us, welcome, and just follow along as best as you can. We're doing a yin restorative. This is all levels. This is actually just going on intuition here. I didn't make a plan. I just decided I was going to do this class at 8 o'clock last night. And so thank you for joining. We're going to come into our first downward dog. So just push yourself up and you're going to walk your feet out one at a time. So just walking out your dog here, pushing through the palms. So your fingers are wide and engaged. Your whole palm is engaged and your fingers are facing forward. You're using that energy through the palms of your hands to come up your arms, so straight arms all the way till your sacrum straight. Try to keep a straight spine and straight arms, your head between your arms, and the hips should be the highest point. So just walk that out there. This is our first downward dog of the day. Just pushing back, and now find your stillness here. Just breathing in normally through your nose. We're going to take our right leg and lift it up. And then we're going to bring our right knee to our right wrist. Can everyone see what I'm doing? I think I'm too close. I'm going to move back. I think I'm right in the... Good morning, Eric. Thank you for joining. Okay, we're going to bring our right knee to our right wrist, and then extend our left leg back. So if you can see what I'm doing, okay, so just join us if you can. We're coming into a pigeon pose here. So this is really, really opening in the hips. So I just want you to feel that space. Maybe it's tender and sore. Just find where it feels that you need to send some opening energy here, because our hips are where we hold a lot of our tension and our we hold a lot of emotion in our hips, and it's very, very healing to really open them, and it creates just a lot of release. So just feel that, and you can rock a little bit, and if you want to come down onto your elbows, and then eventually you can rest your head down onto a little pillow made by your hands. Yeah, the hips hold so much tension. So just find the place that's... I'm going to talk. I'm not going to get into it because I feel like when I'm talking into the ground, you won't hear me. So you do this, and I'm going to just keep guiding you through it. It's so hard to teach when you can't see your students. I wish I can see all of you. Maybe we should do a Zoom or something so that I can see you guys. So you just want to find that sweet spot there in your hips and just send that loving breath, that healing inhale right into anywhere that feels stiff and tense. Breathe and then exhale, let it go. Maybe you can find a little release in there. We really use our breath to guide us through all yoga. So breath is so essential. It's our prana, life force, and it's our strength, and it's our, it's all we need, right? It's all gonna be okay if we're breathing. So just really appreciate and have gratitude for each inhale, each healing inhale of fresh new oxygen. And as you exhale, imagine just releasing a little bit deeper. So this is yin, where we go deeper than we want to go sometimes, but it feels so good because we don't often have a chance to hold things long enough to feel the transformation, right? It's easy if we just go through the motions, but sometimes to open up our range of motion, we have to go through pain. So we embrace the pain and we breathe into the pain. So if your head is down, you can come back onto your elbows, come back onto your hands, tuck your back toes under, and we're going to push ourselves back up into downward dog. Just walking it out. That feels really good. We're going to extend on our next inhale, extend your left leg up and bring your left knee to your left wrist. And then we're going to just walk our back leg all the way back as far as we can. So we really create more space there. And then we're going to, if you want to stay up here, just to kind of rock a little on your hips and feel that opening. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. If you're just joining us, if you're just joining me, I can't see everyone here, but I just want to welcome everyone. And you can get into, it's a yin class, so you don't have to worry that you really missed anything. Just jump in. It's going to feel good. No matter what, any little bit of stretching and yoga is going to help start the day. So if you're just joining, just come into a pigeon pose and you can follow along now. Just breathing into that space there on your left hip. I'm feeling very tight. Sometimes each hip is different. I know personally I haven't been doing a lot of exercise as much as I'd like to be. So this is just a good way to start the day. You're going to start limber and maybe wanting to do a little bit more if you haven't been as active as you'd like to be. Come down onto your elbows. And again, I'm not going to put my head down, but this is available to you. You won't hear me speaking if my head is in the mat. So just come down onto your elbows and you can make a little pillow with your fists and rest your head there. And just breathing really deeply into any pain or tension. And as you exhale, just focusing on releasing any tension there. Just using our breath to guide deeper. This is a beginner level, so anyone can do this. And even if you're advanced level, it's good for all because we can all use a good stretch in the morning, especially sometimes it's helpful when it's guided. So I hope I can help you through that this morning. Today we're focusing on grounding and opening our heart chakra. So just to balance out the fear that's happening in the world. Love is the antidote to fear. Okay, so if that feels, if you're ready, just come up onto your elbows and up onto your hands again. We're going to tuck the back toes under and come back up into downward dog. From here, you can, on the exhale, you can jump to the front of your mat or you can walk. So I'm just going to walking up to the front. And while I'm here, I'm just going to let myself hang down like a rag doll. So you could bring your feet are straight. I don't know if this is a good angle here. So just let your everything on your torso, your arms, everything hang heavy. You can shake your head out, yes and no. And feel your feet really grounded. Can you all hear me if I'm talking down? I feel like, is it okay? Just give me a thumbs up. Don't give me a thumbs up if you're in practice. But I just hope you can all hear me. Okay, so just really grounding your feet into the mat and bringing that strong energy up your legs. So your legs are engaged, but your torso is loose. So really just kind of sway and feel your spine extending using your breath the whole way. So just allowing your breath to guide you a little bit deeper. Okay, we're going to inhale, bring your hands to your shin and a flat back. Just making a little more space there, and then come down again. This time, I want you to step on the tips. If you can reach the floor, if you can reach the ground, step on the tips of your toes and just allow that. Maybe you can go a little bit deeper into your forward fold, okay? So if you can't reach the floor, just focus on trying to reach the floor. So getting a little bit closer, maybe closer than you've ever gotten down to the floor there. But if you can and you have some access body, put it under your toes and use that to really bring you deeper and closer. Okay. Now I'm going to release slowly, just one vertebrae at a time, keeping your chin to your chest. Come up, up, up. Okay. Can you all see me? Yeah. Okay, so, good morning, everyone. We're standing up tall here now. We have everything is woken up. Our spine has been woken, and we should be feeling really nimble. If you're just joining us, just take this opportunity to center yourself here. If you're on a mat or on a carpet or whatever you're on, just find that space, and we want to feel that connection to the earth. So grounding, imagine roots going deep down out of the soles of our feet down into the earth, connecting us, even if there's floors between us and the earth, and maybe we're in an apartment building and there's levels. Just imagine, use your vision to feel connected to the earth here. We're going to work on some balancing. So balancing is very important for grounding. Okay? So if everyone is standing up tall with their that energy. We're going to take some of the weight off of your right foot, and just feel that left leg really strong. Okay? Really, really strong. So that energy from the earth and the whole circumference of your foot is evenly distributed to really feel grounded here. And we're going to lift up your right leg, lift it up all the way, and come down to pick up your right leg, your right foot underneath. Okay, if you can do that. If you can't do that, just hold on to your knee. But just focusing, we're just going to work on some balancing here. So really, this is all strong. It's all active. This whole leg up to the butt, it's all active. So really feel, if you're having trouble with balance, just work on that. Just work on standing on one leg. This is balance translates to so many imbalances in life, right? So if we're able to master balancing, we can master a lot of other balancing, okay? So if you are more advanced and you want to take a challenge, and I'll show you a full expression, is you put your fingers underneath your foot and extend it all the way out. Okay, this is a quite advanced posture, so if anyone can't do this, don't worry. It's taken me like 10 years to do that. So you can come into full expression. Just breathing slowly through the nose. And you can slowly come out of that and release. We're going to take the attention to the other side. So all your energy is in your right leg, and you're really feeling, again, really the rooting in your right foot. So the whole circumference is evenly distributed. The weight of your body is distributed on the bottom of your foot. So just now bring your knee up. We're just going to focus on balancing here. So if this is all you can do and you want to just work on balance, you can stay here, or you can hold your knee. Try to maybe even create some more space here. And I know a lot of yoga says don't lock your knee, but here I'm going to tell you, we want to bring the knee up because we want to engage that whole leg. So do lock your knee, okay? This is you're going to be building muscle around your knee, which is very important. So it's going to protect your knee. So really bring that energy up through Mother Earth into your foot and into your leg. And feel strong here, all the way up to the butt. Feel strong. The glutes. I need my terminology, my anatomy better. Okay, so now if you feel that you are more advanced or you do want to challenge yourself, you can try to grab underneath your foot. And on an inhale, try to kick your heel out in front of you. All the while breathing calmly and steady through the nose. Okay, I don't want to hold that too long because it is quite challenging. So now slowly bring your leg down. Okay, good. We're going to come into a dancer's pose. Standing bow pulling pose, I should say. We're going to come into standing bow. So just extend your right hand out to the side. And I wish I can see all of you so I can correct you. So just really pay attention to my words here. So extend your hand out so palm is facing up. And just drop your hand down and pick up the inside. See where I'm picking up the inside of the ankle. And my middle finger is about at the crease of my ankle there. Bring your knees together. Left arm up. And again, we're just focusing on balance here. So just focus on your standing leg being really strong. We're going to lift up on the next inhale to the sky. And as you exhale, kicking your right leg back. Wherever you're at today is okay. So even if you're just at here, you just want to practice kicking back. You're going to see, I'm going to show you here. If you kick, you're going to be creating an arch. See that? That's bow. I can't go into full expression in this angle just because I don't have the space in front of me. But the more you kick, the more that you're going to get that space. So if you fall out, just come back in. And we're really focusing on balancing here. So just focus on your standing leg, just kicking out. I'm going to come forward because I want to actually I want to try to go into a full expression. So for anyone who is more advanced, just try with me. We're reaching forward and kicking back. Reaching forward, kicking back. Reaching forward, kicking back. Okay? And we're going to slowly come out of that. Okay. Just come back to your breath. Come back to your center. It's normal that your heart rate is going to raise. It's going to get a little bit higher now. That's good. We're invigorating the cells and waking everything up here. So this is going to get our body moving today. Okay. Bring your left hand out now. And we're going to grab the inside. So again, if you're just joining us, welcome. And you have to pay attention here because I can't see you and I can't correct I can't see what you're doing. So just pay attention and try to follow as best as you can and only do what feels right. So I'm guiding, but do what feels best for you. So we're going to have our left hand out and just bringing it down. So you're grabbing the inside. See, it's the inside of your left foot, and bring your knees together. So in one line, knees are together, right arm up. Inhale, stretch up to the sky. Exhale, start to kick your left leg back. Kicking back. Kicking and stretching are equal. If we balance equal, if we have 50-50, we can balance here forever. So kicking back, stretching forward, all the way. Standing leg is strong. Breathing is normal. Okay, you can just practice just kicking. So so you start with your knees together here. You're going to see as you kick, you're going to create space. As you kick, you're creating space. Okay. Let that go. Just let it go. No matter where you're at today is okay. Just honor yourself and honor your practice and know that it's all a journey. So wherever you're at that feels unattainable to you, know that if you just keep practicing, you will get it. So just let that go. It's normal that your heart rate is going to come up here. Okay, we're going to do another balancing posture. This is also going to raise your heart a little bit more. So inhale, lift your hands up. Now interlock your fingers, and you can't see because I can't go far enough for you to see, but your fingers are interlocked, and just release your index finger. You're going to reach up and take a big step with your right leg and just come down all the way until you're in a perfect letter T. So this is going to engage our entire core and focus on balancing. Just kick and pull equal, like a perfect letter T, engaging all of your muscles in your body for 4, 3, 2, 1, and come out. Okay? We're going to do the other side. So inhaling all the way, stretch up to the ceiling. And take a big step with your left foot. And then we're going to come down all the way until you're in a perfect letter T. So try to imagine that letter T. Really visualize that. That's going to help adjust all your alignment. So you want to keep your arms with your ears. It looks easy, but it's a very challenging posture actually. This is very engaging of all your muscles. So we're working, this is our core here. This is the cardio part of the class. So just breathe normal. 3, 2, 1, and come back up. Okay, we're gonna now take a big step. So come to the, bring your feet together. We're gonna inhale again over the head and take a big step to the side. Okay, we're gonna bring our arms out and widen your stance a little bit more even, so that you have as wide as you can basically. And we're gonna, so inhale, take a deep breath, open your chest. And as you exhale, come down leading with your chest all the way until you can't see in front of you anymore. And then we're gonna pigeon toe our feet in a little bit, and if you can grab onto your feet, or if you can just put your hands on the mat, that's okay. If you have a block and you want to practice getting the crown of your head down, eventually we want the crown of our head down on the floor, but most of us aren't there yet. So use a prop if you need to, and try to go as deep as you can. So you're gonna move your weight into the front feet a little bit. So just into the front of your feet. You're gonna be going forward and try to bring your head onto something. Maybe go a little bit deeper. And we're just gonna stay here for a few breaths. If you're just joining, it's never too late to just jump in. So just find yourself a place that, you know, you can follow and just jump right in. Can't hurt. Any stretching in the morning is going to be good for you. This is lowering our heart rate from the standing postures we just did. So it's going to calm you down here. Breathing slowly and deeply, really opening up here in our hamstrings. So if you can feel the knees pushing back, so the back of the knees pushing, but the weight is now in the front of the feet. Okay. Okay, we're gonna bring our arms out to the side as we inhale, come back with the same way we came down, leading with your heart. All the way up. And come back to center. Just let it go. Just let all of it go. We're gonna do another wide stance. So coming back to with your feet together, everything straight. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. We're gonna do another wide stance, and this time bring your right foot out in front of you, and we're gonna bend the right knee. So the same way that we were before, but with the right leg, so our chest is open and broad. We're gonna just bend our right knee down until maybe we can get our thigh parallel with the floor. So try to get your thigh parallel with the floor there, okay? We're gonna inhale. As you exhale, windmill the arms down. So the elbow is gonna come in front of your right knee and look up to your left hand. We're opening up our chest here, using your breath calmly. Back leg is strong and straight. Each inhale, maybe opening back a little bit more and using your elbow. I'm using my elbow to push my knee back a little, so I'm really opening. This is very active. This is triangle pose. You can do another breath here. Strong back leg. And as you inhale now, come back up to center. I'm just gonna do this. So we're gonna now have the left foot is facing out. So I just switched because you could see it. So stay where you are. Just extend the left foot out, bring the right foot in, and we're going to do the same on the left side. So you want to bounce a little bit to get a good range of motion here in your thigh, opening up. We already opened, if you had been here for all class, we had pigeon, which really opened our thighs up here. So that's why we can, every posture leads into the other one. Okay, so this is a sequence that, based on the original 26 asanas, and it works the whole body. So get into your left leg. You want your thigh parallel to the floor. You're going to bring our arms wide and strong. Inhale. And exhale, come down, bringing the left elbow to the knee and using the elbow to open up a little bit here. You're going to look up to your right hand in the sky. The chin should be with the shoulder here. And your right leg is strong and straight. Okay, there's a good bend still in your front knee. And you're using your elbow to push the knee open, and then using your high hand to open your chest more. Take a few breaths here. This is very active. You should feel it opening in your, you'll feel where it's opening if you're doing it right. Okay, next inhale, we're gonna come up and come back to center. Whew. Okay, we're gonna do another one just to lower our heart rate, because if you've been doing it, your heart rate will have come up from that. Okay, that was a very active, that's a very challenging pose. That's actually the pinnacle of the challenge of today's class, and then we're gonna be winding down now. So I hope you got a little bit of a heart rate opening. That's good, you want that. So we're gonna take another little step. I'm just thinking how I should do it. Okay, so we're gonna come to your center, raise your hands up, just cross your thumbs. And we're gonna take another step to the side. So not as big as before, but maybe about 3 feet between your legs. We're gonna pivot all the way over so that you're over your right leg, okay? So over your right leg here, you're gonna keep everything strong and engaged. Inhale, tuck your chin to your chest, okay, all the way down. This is gonna be uncomfortable, and I'm not gonna be able to talk very clearly while I'm doing this, but this is, just watch along and try to listen as best as you can, and just, you're gonna be upside down so you won't be watching me, but just listen to the words. So you're gonna tuck your chin to your chest and slowly roll your spine down all the way until you're trying to get your forehead to your knee. So with your arms with your ears, your back leg is strong and straight. Try to bring your knee up a little bit to meet your forehead. So this is massaging your third eye point here, okay? We want to get that third eye right on your knee. And we're going to use that to push our knee back. You can open your hands here if you need more balance. Okay, this should feel tremendous opening in the right hamstrings. Look at your belly button here. Your throat is choked, okay? Throat choked is massaging your thyroid. Just take a few breaths in there. Really feel that opening, and you're gonna use that to just, at the end here, try to straighten your knee a little bit. And still with your chin tucked to your chest, slowly roll up with strong legs. So you're engaged. Roll all the way up. And we're going to pivot to the other side. I don't know. So if you can see, I'll just turn around. Okay. So you're going to just do the same on the other side. So you're just going to now straighten your left foot out. And your right foot should be at a 45-degree angle. And just bring your hips in alignment. Okay, inhale, bring your hands up, arms with your ears. Inhale all the way up to the ceiling. And exhale, tuck your chin to your chest. Really compression here. We're gonna roll down over our front leg here. And try to imagine that our forehead is gonna be on our knees. So if you're just joining, welcome. We're just gonna really make sure that your forehead and knee are having a connection at some point, okay? We wanna feel that little stimulation on our third eye chakra here. And that's gonna force us to also open our hamstrings. So our throat is choked. You can open your hands for balance if you need to. I'm gonna keep mine together in a prayer. And with your throat choke, just try to push your forehead into your knee. So you can bend your knee as much as you need to here to reach your forehead, just so you know. You could bend the front knee to reach your forehead, but try to get that connection. Looking at your belly button, okay? Just take some deep breaths in here, and you wanna try to almost straighten that front leg, even if it's not even close. Just imagine energetically that you're straightening that front leg with your knee on your, with your forehead on your knee. That feels so good. Okay, now strong, straight legs. You're gonna come up all together with your chin to your chest, keeping your chin to your chest all the way until you're up, protecting our chest. Good. Okay, we're gonna do one last standing posture, and then we're gonna get onto the floor. So just to kind of close our standing posture, we're gonna get into a tree. So bringing just let it go. Let whatever last posture, let that posture go. I'm just gonna get some water. Okay, we're gonna come back into standing. And take your attention back onto your left foot. We're gonna bring our right foot. And for tree pose, I like to bring my heel right into my groin and let my knee fall open. I want you to try that this way, because I know you're probably used to this, you know, or this if you can't. So for all levels, I mean, yes, if you can only do this, do this. If this is what is better for you. But I really like this because it's a hip opener right in here, okay? I worked really hard at this. My knee used to be, you know, more like up here. But the more you do this, the more you're opening, and eventually your knee goes down in the same line as your other knee here. So just working on alignment. Bring your hands to your palms together in front of your chest. And just find a spot on the floor. Find your drishti, or you could close your eyes and just find your peace to just grow. So here we're just growing taller with every inhale. And as you exhale, let your shoulders fall. Just grow the crown of your head closer to the ceiling. Balance is so key to our balance in life. And balance is more important now more than ever, because we realize we can't rely on anything outside of ourselves. We need to have our own strong sense of balance. Okay? It's internal. So when we have it in here, we have it out there as well. So just try, if you fall out, come back in. We're going to release. If you want to have a moment, if you fell out, take your moment to really find your peace there in that side. Okay, we're gonna, for everyone else, we're gonna switch to the other leg and just again find that energy there in that leg. Bring your attention there, and we're gonna ground through that leg and bring up your left foot all the way. So I like to bring it all the way up to my groin and then let it fall open. So the the sole of my foot is open. I'm receiving and it's releasing, okay? So just kind of think of that too. There's so much energy that comes out of our feet. And this is just a great hip opener too. So just imagine with every inhale, you can bring your palms together here. Just imagine with every inhale, you're growing a little taller and stronger. Every exhale, just let your shoulders fall. Maybe release a little bit of tension if you're holding on to anything in the body. Just find your own peace and balance here. So great to start your day with yoga. Before eating, before going on the phone. This is such a beautiful gift that you're giving yourself. So really honor even the hard work that you've done here in standing postures. And release. So we're going to honor the standing postures we've done. We've worked really hard, and honor yourself for being here. We're going to come down. Before we go into Shavasana, we're going to come down onto our knees. And I want to do a really deep heart opener. So actually, we're gonna do one thing before. If you have trouble with your knees, or let's try and see what happens, and then we will adapt from there. So try to bring your sit bones right in between your ankles, if you can do that. If you can't do that comfortably, or it's scary for you, try to sit on a block, okay? So this is something that I've worked for many years on, and so it's easier for me. But if you're a beginner, this is gonna feel quite painful. And then we're gonna come one elbow at a time. So put your hand on your foot, one elbow at a time. Come down, and if you can, if this is still comfortable for you, come down all the way onto your shoulders. So really slowly and mindfully. And if you really want a deeper stretch, grab your elbows and lift your chest up, bring your knees together, and just take a few breaths in this very opening. This is opening up our whole front body here. So you can bring your chin a little to your chest, lifting your chest. Okay. We're going to just try to bring both shoulders down as much as you can. As you inhale, your stomach rises, and exhale, it falls. Okay, I don't want to keep you in this pose too long in case for someone it's very uncomfortable. I can stay there all day, but let's come up onto your elbows here. One elbow and one hand at a time to be really, really mindful of your knees. So I'm going to come back up. Okay, we're just going to do one thing to just balance that out. So inhale, bring your knees together and bring your ankles together. I assume you just are watching, but I need to tell you that. So bring your feet together underneath you now, and inhale. We're gonna raise our arms up, strong arms. So this is we're gonna go into an active child's pose here. So lift your arms up as high as you can and come down straight and strong all the way down, all the way down, all the way until your forehead is on the floor. Even the tip of your nose is on the floor. If there's anything uncomfortable, just kind of rock your hips a little side to side. But really, we're active. Our arms are with our ears. I feel like you can't hear me when I'm talking into the mat, but your arms are with your ears and your arms are activated, okay? So really, the only thing touching is maybe your pinky fingers on the mat. So really get your third eye again here. We're placing contact into the mat, right, with our forehead massaging in to the mat here. Daddy. You can look up towards your third eye. So with your eyes closed, roll your eyes up and look up towards the center point of your third eye. I like to stretch my eyes out here, so it does feel, it's something that we don't often get to do. Okay. And on the next inhale, we're going to come up with our arms and ears together, strong, strong, strong and straight. Good. Now, one more thing before we get down, because we've opened up so much already, and if you're just joining us, do what you can. I don't recommend you jumping right into this, but try what you can. So we're going to go into camel pose. So tuck your toes under. We're going to bring our hands to the back of, maybe, you know, as if we had high-waisted jean pockets here. And we're going to open up our chest. Inhale, opening up. Let your head fall and push your hips forward. So if this is where you're at today, just stay here. If you feel you can go deeper, bring your hands to your heels. I don't know if you... And you're bringing your hips forward here. Yes, it's going to feel very vulnerable and scary. Surrender. Surrender to love. Okay, we're going to bring our hands back. And you're going to feel a little dizzy here. So just come forward for a second. And just let yourself melt now into a child's pose. Just melt forward. Melting forward, just going with your breath, okay? Let all of that restore, because that was a very deep back bend. If you were following along and you did that and it felt uncomfortable, it's very normal. And you can try to now walk your hands over to the right side just to stretch out that spine there. With your head still on the mat, just try to create some space along the left side and breathe into that space. Maybe you want to reach a little bit further and feel your range of motion here. Really stretching out. It feels so good to stretch. And we're going to walk back to the center, and then maybe all the way, just keep walking over to the left and just feel your limit. So go all the way until you reach that edge. Breathe into that. So as you breathe in, you're going to feel your rib cage expand, which is going to increase the stretch here. And we're going to walk back to the center. I know we're going over an hour here, but I really want to work the whole body. So we're going to come now back onto our bum and extend the legs. Okay, we're going to bring one leg out and one leg in. So let's do that. Let's keep our left foot into our inner thigh and extend our right leg out. Okay, all the way, if you can, as straight as possible. You're going to reach up. And exhale, try to grab both sides of your foot. If you can't grab your foot, you can bend your knee up. Okay, so if you can grab on to both sides with your leg down, just leave it there. And we're gonna let our head fall down into the center of our arms here. So sometimes it'll feel more comfortable. You can bring your knee up a little bit closer just to have it rest. This is my own version of yin. So, I mean, this is my own style. I've merged a few ancient practices together, and I try to work the whole body. So, I'm merging, anyways, this is, yeah. So just, it's a yin form. So we're really staying in it for long enough to feel our edge here. So just allow yourself to melt your whole spine, rolling forward. Maybe you can get your forehead onto your knee. So also again, massaging our intuition, our third eye chakra here, our third eye center. You should feel it opening up in the opposite side, in the back of in your back, in the lower back, and underneath the leg. If you can release on the exhale a little bit more. Each inhale, maybe pull yourself with your hands a little closer, and as you exhale, just allow yourself to melt. Okay, I'm going to slowly walk your hands up, keeping your chin to your chest, all the way till you're at the top. And extend your left leg out, right leg in. So if you're just, well, it's the end now, but this is all relaxing from this point on. So we're going to reach our arms up to the sky as we inhale, and exhale, bend all the way down. Try to grab onto both sides of your foot. Okay, once we have a good grip, and if you need to bend your knee, that's perfectly fine. Bend your knee as much as you need to so you can reach your foot. It's more important that you have a good grip on your foot than that your leg is straight. So tuck your chin to your chest and just allow your body to melt over that left foot, over that left leg. If you want to bring your knee up closer, bring your knee up closer to meet your third eye here. So we're really massaging it in there. And with your exhales, always try to get a little bit deeper and make a little bit more space. I'm feeling it a lot right in here. It's really tight there for me. Keep your shoulders loose and relaxed. Okay, we're going to slowly start to walk your hand up your leg, keeping your chin to your chest last and lifting your head up. We're going to do one last posture before we get down on our back, and then we're going to get into a Shavasana. So bring your legs directly straight in front of you, extended all the way, and you can, I don't know if you could see my feet here. Yeah, there you go. So I'm going to bring your toes towards you and try to grab onto your toes with these two fingers. Okay, so if you get a good grip, if you need to bend your knees up, that's okay too. Just try to get a good grip and try to walk them forward or walk them back, creating more space. because this is all about pushing through our, really it's our self-limiting beliefs, right? Our body, our limits, our limitations. We want to transcend limitations with yoga. And just try to pull yourself closer. So I'm just using my arm muscles to just energetically, slightly, just keep bringing me a little closer. I'm using my breath to lengthen and release a little bit closer down. So my stomach is getting closer to my thighs. But you're not looking for, so keep your face straight. We're looking towards our feet. Look towards your toes there. This is creating more space in the lower spine. We've worked all the spine and basically the whole body in this class. If you've been with me the whole way through, thank you if you have. If there's anyone who has, just try to bring yourself a little closer, and then we're going to release, come up. We're going to come back all the way down now, flat on our backs into Shavasana. So lie down flat on your back and let your feet fall. If there's anything that you want to do now, you can take a little twist if you'd like. So if you bring your feet to the mat and cross one leg over the other, let one side fall open, let the other side extend out so that you're opening opposite sides here. And you can look over your shoulder towards your extended hand, arm. Just feel maybe a good little twist is what you need here. So you can do that on both sides at your own pace. Always keeping connected to your breath. That's the most important thing. So I'm just going to bring my feet back to the center. If you want to stay a little bit longer, you can. So I'm just going to do the other side. That should feel really, really good. Really neutralizing on the spine. If camel was too intense for you, this one is going to be really good for you. And then bring your feet back up to center. If there's anything else, if you want to hug them in, just give yourself a nice hug. I encourage everyone to do that right now. Hug your knees into your chest and just really give yourself appreciation for taking this time for yourself. And try to bring your neck, your chin to your chest, and get your full spine down into the mat. Get your shoulders into the mat. Get your lower spine into the mat. That should feel really, really massaging in your whole back. So giving yourself a nice internal massage in the front with the compression, and a little back massage with all of the points in the mat. And then release. Okay, so now we're just going to release, let it all go. Let your feet fall open. Let your hands fall open. Let your fingers curl up. Okay? Just going to let your shoulders, maybe you want to move them a little underneath your back. Close your eyes. And I'm going to sit up for this guided meditation. So if you're all on your back, closing your eyes, letting your eyes fall to each side. So just imagine that your eyes are falling further away. Sorry about that. I got a phone call. At your forehead, soften. Your eyebrows, soften. Imagine with every inhale, your stomach rises. With every exhale, your stomach falls. Get into a really beautiful rhythm, soothing and consistent, like the waves in the ocean. No matter what's going on around you, know that you have that peace and that stability within yourself, that you can handle anything, and that we will thrive even amongst any uncertainty that's going on around us. We are powerful light beings. Breathe in that beautiful prana. And as you exhale, just release a little bit more. If there's anything you're holding on to, release your jaw, release your tongue. Make your face as soft as it was when you were a baby. So no lines, no wrinkles, no tension. Just a pure, innocent child self. And that's what yoga is about. It is about reconnecting ourself with the way we were born, our anatomical, skeletal correctness, as well as our spiritual purity and connectedness to everything. Let your shoulders relax. Let the skin on your neck smooth and relax. Your throat, your chest, your rib cage. Just let it all go. Let your hips open a little bit more. Maybe just ease any tension, any tiny little muscles. Just try each exhale to just release a little bit more. Your thighs, your knees, your ankles, and your toes. As your breath slows and softens, just come into yourself. Imagine a beautiful light in your chest. Imagine your heart is a glowing, beautiful, beautiful light. And that light is growing more bright, filling up more of your internal body. You have warm light growing inside of you. Now imagine that you're starting to glow, because that light is coming out of every pore. Just a glow of light all around you. This glow of light is protecting your energy. It's protecting you. It's enveloping your whole aura. Keep growing that light inside of you until it starts to extend past your aura. And now it's radiating out of your aura. It's filling up the space around you. Maybe filling up the room. There's a glow coming out of your room now. Even from the door, you can see a little bit of glow. And that glow just keeps growing. That light that's radiating out of us can now be seen outside of our home. Our home is blessed with this beautiful, loving light. That light can just keep growing. That light is so abundant because the core of it is so strong. That heart center is just producing more and more light as your heart is opening. People can feel it in their homes around you. Let that light come out of you and affect positive change in the whole world. Let us light up and show ourselves, show each other the light. Become a lighthouse. When a lighthouse is in the sea, it's to show another ship in the sea where the safety is. And so allow that light to come, to show, to guide people who are in the dark right now. Because there's some people who are living in fear, or there's people who don't know that other people aren't in fear and that they're in love and they want to connect with other like-minded light beings. So we need to show our light right now in the world, to show that there's safety and that they're not alone, and that they too can shine their light. And when we all shine our light collectively, we're all working together in harmony towards goodness. We become, I hate to use this word bacteria, but we become good bacteria on this planet. Because, I'm just going to give an analogy, like the coronavirus right now. The corona does not want to kill us. The corona wants us as our home. But like humans on this planet, we're destructing our home. And like the coronavirus is doing, if we allow it, it's going to destruct the home. So we have to work with this, just as Mother Earth has to work with us as the light beings. I imagine that Corona is not evil. It is not an enemy. Corona wants to thrive and love and succeed just like you and I. Corona wants to find a nice home to spread its genes and just naturally like we do. And it doesn't have to be bad. Animals and humans have lived with Corona and we don't die. It's their home, and we want to live in harmony with everything. And so just imagine, if anyone is scared of getting the virus, that this virus does not want to kill you. It lives aggressively, and we can learn from this right now as we're in home. We could learn how we're maybe living aggressively on this planet right now, and maybe see the similarities to what we're doing, and think of us as, instead of being a bad bacteria, we want to be the good bacteria that's helping the planet thrive. Because there are so many good bacteria in us that are why we're thriving and why we're able to survive and thrive. So just be part of the good team on the planet. I don't know where that analogy just came from, but we're going to just breathe into that and feel that safety and love and strength. I'm going to start breathing in deeper into our center. Maybe bringing some energy back into our fingers and our toes. And as we bring some energy back in, our breathing becomes deeper. And if you want to lift your hands up now over your head, extend them like you're waking up first thing in the morning now. Had a little nap. We're waking up first thing. Stretch your arms up over your head. And maybe you want to roll over onto your right side and using your right arm as a pillow. Come into the fetal position. And you can stay in that fetal position for as long as you'd like. Just feeling that grounded and safety. Now we're going to, in our own time, push up with our hands and come up into seated position. So, wish I could see all of you where you're at right now. I trust that you're with me. Trust that we're in this together. I trust in love. And I trust that we will learn so much through anything we're facing. We're going to do it together. We're in this together. So come, if you're seated, bring your palms together in the center of your chest. I want you to, with your eyes closed, well, anyways, no one can see you, but just to yourself, I want you to bow your head down and give yourself a smile. Just smile at your heart. Smile so genuinely that your heart is smiling too. And give yourself appreciation for taking this time for yourself. Om Shanti, peace. May there be peace in your home, peace in the world. Namaste. Well, that went very far over over an hour. So if you stayed with me, thank you so much. And if there's any feedback you have, I'm so open to it. If you had any questions about any of the postures, if you had any questions about anything, I am here to, you can reach out. And if you enjoyed that class, let me know. If Dallas is going to be doing tomorrow at 8. So join us, and peace be with you, strength and love. Love and light. Namaste.